In a peaceful village nestled among lush green rice fields, there is a small garden filled with vibrant rose bushes. There lived a cat named Kui, famous throughout the village for his silky golden fur and eyes as sharp as daggers. Kui is a natural hunter, fast as lightning, and no prey can escape its claws. But Kui is also a cat with exquisite aesthetic taste. He barely glanced at the village rats, because his master was always kind to him. One day, after a heavy rain, a wind blew away Nan's nest. Fell to the ground, the young were wet and weak. He ran and hid in a corner, hoping he wouldn't notice. But when I passed by, I saw Nan. I said, "Don't be afraid, I won't eat you." From that day of marriage, I introduced Nan Care as a true friend. The smart cat found grains of rice from the kitchen and gently gave them to Nan to eat. Young Day was strong enough to fly back into the sky, he never left forever. Every day, Nan flies down, bringing small fruit seeds as gifts for the opener. In return, the boy will tell interesting stories about his adventures in the village. From then on, the friendship between cats and birds became legendary in the garden. People often see San lazily on the grass, eyes half closed, and Nan jumping around on the uncle's back. A strange, but meaningful friend situation. Since the day Nan flew back, the miniature garden became hotter than ever. Nan and Kui became an inseparable duo. Even though their personalities and natures are different from one world to another. Young is always mischievous and curious, while Young is lazy and somewhat lazy. However, the contrast makes every day for both of them. One beautiful sunny morning, Nan chirped on a tree branch, calling down to Kui curled up under a canopy of roses. "Hey, let's go further than the garden today. I'll show you what's out there." Kui yawned, looked up at Nan. "Is there anything better than my girl?" Young does not give up and flies away. "I promise you, we will find something wonderful. Let's go." Finally, faced with Nan's ceaseless flourishing, Kui stood up. The two begin their little hosting trip. On the way through the alley behind the garden, the two encountered a gang of royal rats. These are the people who often sneak into Kui's house to steal food. Seeing Kui, the mouse said, "Hey there, lazy cat. Why don't you come out here today to hang out in the sun?" He opened his eyes slightly, showing obvious discomfort. But before Kui responded, Nan rushed out, using her small wings, to rush into the middle of the mice. "Don't come clean with my friend. Go away, if you don't want to be beaten." The mice were surprised by the violence of a little bird. Aha! What can a clever little bird do? But Kui, even though he's lazy, won't let you suffer. The cat suddenly zoomed in, thundering. "It's not me. Do you want to test your strength with me? Come out and fight the mouse." After the battle, the two continued their journey and came to a small forest near the stream. Here, Nan excitedly showed Kui the hanging birds' nests, colorful wildflowers and butterflies flying in the sunlight. Kui, even though he didn't say it out loud, felt that this place was special. Under the gentle light of the afternoon, the lazy cat realized that the world was not just a piece of trash or a small garden. Kui started having fun with this unexpected discovery. While the two were engrossed in playing, a green snake slithered through the grass, glancing at Nan. Not realizing the danger, Nan was rushed by the snake. This time, without thinking, Kui jumped forward, hitting the snake with a strong shock. Nan scaredly landed on Kui's shoulder, and Kui watched the snake run away without rolling his eyes. And after the snake left, Kui asked Nan said yes later or not later. And when the two returned to the garden after a long day, the two lay side by side, recounting the trip with overwhelming joy. Kui, despite always being cold, begins to see his life become much more interesting thanks to Nan. Young, from a jackfruit bird, is now more confident with Kui. The two become a perfect team, Kui with strength and acumen, Nan with intelligence and courage. Together they overcome all challenges, proving that you are not blocked by similar or different species. And so, in the peaceful little garden, Nan's story became an inspiration for all those who believe that kindness and companionship can